There are a few questions, Maharishi, on some very deep principles and interesting principles that arose from your press conference of last week. If Maharishi would like to address one of these questions that has to do with the nature of the gap and a comment Maharishi made about that. Maharishi frequently speaks about two basic values of life, silence and dynamism. But Maharishi also speaks of what seems to be a third value, which is neither silent nor dynamic, and that is the gap, which balances the two. Then last week, Maharishi said that silence is upheld by the Devata Shiva, and dynamism is upheld by the Devata Vishnu, with the Devata Ganapati, quote, holding the reins of coordination between the two. Would Maharishi please talk more about Ganapati, and is the gap, in fact, a distinctly third value? And finally, how does it balance silence and dynamism?
Gap we can think of like a tunnel. The train comes, it enters into the tunnel, and then comes out of the tunnel. The word for this flow is Purnat Purnam Udachyate. Fullness emerges from fullness. And how it emerges? The previous word, which is the mantra of the Veda, is complete full. It's the total. It's absolutely total expression of natural law. It has to become another expression of natural law. So the previous word has to transform itself, and in transformation it has to come to a point value, and the point has to emerge to a more fully developed value, and then take the next value. So in the Vedic literature, the word is very important feature of the flow. Actual flow is constructed within the gap, and the speciality is that the previous fullness flows through the gap and comes out to be another fullness. And then it flows through the gap and comes out to be another fullness. That is how the whole constitution of the universe, the whole theme of natural law, is a flow of fullness, a flow of fullness, a flow of fullness. In Sanskrit it is said, Purnat Purnamudachyate. This is the characteristic quality of the evolutionary process in nature, from point to infinity, from point to infinity. This is the field of Vedic science. Vedic science, it probes into the solid word and dissolves the solid word. And when the solid word is completely dissolved, from that absolute dissolution in a point value, the evolution of another fullness comes out. So the process of evolution is a flow from fullness to fullness, and it is this ultimately that is said to be Brahm. That means totality, flow of totality from one point of totality to infinite range of totality. This is life, and this is Atma, this is Aham. Aham Brahm, I am totality. And totality means silence total and flowing dynamism total. And the flowing dynamism total is in the character of the gap, and the mantras flowing are in the words. So the word and the gap and the word and the gap and the word and the gap, this is the structure of the constitution of the universe. This is Vedic science. This is Vedic science which will not leave anything unexplored, anything unexplained, anything unexplained in theory and practice both together. It's a perfect science of life. It's a perfect science of being, science of unity, science of diversity in one expression. It's a very great joy of the enlightened people to roam about in this field, flow of totality, flow of totality. This is the playfield of the wise, playfield of the enlightened, without any space-time boundaries, unbounded always. It's a great field of joy which entertains itself. It's a field